Hello, welcome to the first three versions of the Zero where we start from the baseline. So we use the wide part of the pliers and we make a vertical bend here going outwards, a fairly sharp bend, and for the top of the Zero we make a semi-loop going all the way around using the wide part of the pliers, coming down there in front of the baseline. Now we use the wide part of the pliers again, bring another sharp bend around to continue the baseline, and that is the Zero that starts at the baseline and finishes at the baseline. So the second version is where we start at the baseline of the Zero and come off at the middle. So the difference here is, as you see, the vertical section there has gone behind the baseline instead of in front. So now we just grip the wire as shown, and we're just going to follow the contour of the Zero, but hiding the wire behind the existing Zero. So we just keep taking the wire up and behind. And now this version we come off the center of the Zero at the right. And the last version of the Zero, it's the same configuration as the last, them coming off the middle, but instead we go off the top of the Zero. Hi, welcome to the version of the Zero where we start in the middle of the Zero. So we make a right angle bend upwards here. Now this version is going to finish at the top, and then this second version middle and the third bottom. So we make a semi-loop here with the wide part of the pliers, so it's going vertically down, and then just make a mirror image of that. And then take the wire behind the structure here. Now at this point we're just going to follow the contour of the top part of the Zero and hide the wire behind the previous semi-loop there. So bring it around, and now here we are at the top, so we can just go on to the next letter, whichever it is that starts at the top. Second version. Okay, so we're at the stage where we've brought the wire around, and it's just a case of now coming off the middle instead of the top. And the same. Now we come off at the baseline. That completes the three versions of starting at the middle. Hi, and this is the version of the Zero where we start at the top. So using the wide part of the pliers, we're just going to bend the wire almost vertical, but not quite. And we're going to bring the wire down vertically. Using the wide part of the pliers, make a semi-loop there. And now the bottom of the Zero, using the wide part of the pliers again, we go upwards, vertically. And we go behind the structure here. So now we grip the wire where it's doubled up and we follow the contour of the top of the Zero. And here, the first version, we come off the top. Second version is the same, except now instead of coming off the top, we just come off the middle portion. And the same with now coming off the baseline. So we followed the Y, the contour of the 0 on the right hand side all the way down there. And what we're used to is coming off at the baseline here, so here we go.